Rumors have been spiraling around the Discord and the server and even just here on YouTube for quite a while, so I thought today it was only fair that I kind of debunk this theory as well as give you guys the proper information regarding everything that's happening with today's topic for the video. So let's jump straight into it. You guys have no idea how many DMs, messages, pings, even being told in game that something was true and it was not. And we all found out that it was due to, YouTubers' videos. And I thought, as being the head moderator here on Dungeon Quest, I wanted to kind of confirm with you guys what is real and what is not, because there is a lot that has been happening. So today's video, as you guys can kind of already see, is about the tank/healing class not getting good drops, and people are saying that you don't get good loot if you are running as that class. And we're going to talk about that today. So if you guys are not already subscribed, please do consider subscribing. We just hit 100,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane, and I cannot thank you guys enough for that. So yeah, also hit the notification bell to be notified when we actually post videos and start streams. There's a lot of Arsenal videos, there's a lot of Dungeon Quest videos, and even starting up Minecraft very soon on a second channel as well. So let's just jump into this. So it's a kind of a little discussion day of what's happening and everything like that. So obviously, as you guys know, I work with Dungeon Quest. I work side by side with the developers. I talk to them constantly about stuff, and obviously we can get the real answers to these questions that you guys are asking. And as I said, today's is just kind of a debunking theory, because I have seen not one, not two, not three, but around 10 videos on YouTube from other YouTubers and other content creators inside of the Dungeon Quest server, as well as just other members spreading this information, and it's not even true. I will say right off the bat that you get the same loot no matter what class you are. It does not matter if you are a warrior class, it does not matter if you are a mage class, or even if you are running as tank or healer or anything hybrid. It does not matter what class you are or which weapons you use or what armor you use. You will get the same amount of drops and same luck chance every single time. Obviously, I cannot give you guys the exact drop rates. I do know them, but I cannot give them to you just because of I've been told that I cannot physically give them to you guys. So unfortunately, I cannot give them to you, but I can confirm it is the same for every single person. Obviously, we have had a few jokes in the past where there have been Vinny joking around saying, "I'm gonna make your luck minus 1,000, Kira." That is not how it works, and the technicalities behind that is definitely not viable for that. Obviously, if Vinny wanted to change things, he honestly could, and this is why I think some of the suggestions that we have gone over in the past few videos are really helpful for clearing things up like this, to have a GUI or something just to show the drop rates for certain items. Obviously, it wouldn't be a secret. You could see when you unlock that certain item, like in a collection book type of thing, but we're just gonna touch on that. So obviously, the rumor is that, if you guys haven't already worked that out, is that you get worse drops as a healer. Who in their right mind actually believes this? I know that YouTubers say it, but YouTubers' words aren't always real. I know I'm a YouTuber saying that it's not real, but at the same time, I also work with the place that is making the game, so you don't have to believe me if you don't want to. You can believe it if you want, but in my own personal perspective and my answers from the owner himself, V Caffey, Vinny, the owner of Dungeon Quest, has personally told me that it is false. You don't get worse drops. Everyone's luck is the same, and people will say, well, I got 3 legendaries in a day, and someone will be like, I haven't got the legendary in 3 months. I understand that. I understand the frustration and the confusion as, why am I not getting these drops while others are? I have the same frustrations every single day. So I'll give you a little bit of a backstory. I got my first legendary on Pirate Islands. I got my second legendary in Samurai. I got my third legendary in boss raids. I've had a massive gap in between everything, and then after other dungeons have released, I have then gone back and gotten legendaries from those other dungeons. For example, I got 3 in Underworld in the span of a week, whereas it took me months to get one in a new dungeon. Even now, I am running volcanic chambers every single day, and I'm still not getting purple armor, I'm not getting legendaries, and that's just the RNG completely of the game itself. I can say that every drop is 100% random, and obviously those random drops will have their own percentage chances, but there is nothing that will boost you. There is nothing that will stop you from getting a drop. For example, people were saying that the more damage you do, the better drop that you can get. No, I have legitimately leeched as a testing round to find out how long it takes you to get a legendary. I used to do this in boss raids with my friends. We had run over 500 boss raids. 500 boss raids, and I said as a video, hey, can I leech for 3 rounds and see what happens, because I want to see what actually happens when someone is AFK or leeching in a boss raids game. And I got a legendary on the first run. It was not something that I expected to happen. It was something completely random. You know, I wasn't the first person to get a legendary in that run. I wasn't the last person to get a legendary, but it was completely random and out of the blue. I did no damage. I did no healing. I took damage. I did multiple ones where I didn't do damage, I had damage. There's so many different factors towards this, but at the end of the day, you get the same chances no matter what. That's just kind of like cut, burn, dry. I don't really understand how people are going around. So if you guys are listening to this information, please, if someone says that they are only getting worse loot because they are a healer, please correct them and say that check the Dungeon Quest general chat pinned messages. I will be putting a pinned message in the Discord just to like kind of let you guys know that it's not unfair. It's nothing to do with the game or with the classes. There's no benefits of being a warrior or a mage compared to a healer. I just wanted to make that sure it is clear for you guys today, and also go over a few other suggestions that I have seen over the past few days, because boy have there been a lot. You guys have come through so much with your suggestions recently, and I'm so proud of it. I am so proud to have you guys here in a community where you guys want to help better the game. And obviously, Dungeon Quest did hit 1 billion visits, so we are going to be getting the 1 billion update very soon. Vinny is not entirely sure what to do with it, I don't think, because he asked for suggestions literally the day that we hit 1 billion. So I'm not entirely sure about that. So one of like the main suggestions that I wanted to add in for today's video, because it kind of goes along like with the whole like being inside of the dungeon type theme, was to add a low detailed dungeon option for low end PCs. And I 100% like contest to this. I had a really bad laptop that I was trying to play Dungeon Quest on, and it was unplayable. There was too many particles, it was too detailed, so maybe even just having a low detailed dungeon option for people with lower devices or even just lower computers, because I know not everyone can handle it, and I'm not entirely sure how, but my friend Frost has managed to have a completely different perspective on the game compared to me. Like, for example, we were playing the beginnings too, and mine was like really detailed and amazing water, and hers was just like plain color textures. There was no texture, it was just a plain color. Like the grass was just one solid color, whereas my grass was like brown and green and textured, and there was grass sticking out, whereas hers was like plain blocks. I'm not entirely sure how they do that on Roblox, so maybe even changing your Roblox settings if that is a thing. I don't know, but also on the, like, whatchamacallit, oh my goodness, as we were at 1 billion visits, we've hit past the 1 year mark for Dungeon Quest. Maybe when we hit, hopefully later in the year, people suggested a Dungeon Quest Classic. So this is basically a Dungeon Quest Classic would be the exact same as what Dungeon Quest was like when it was first released, and they would like it to be fun to relive the past memories that you had when first playing the game, popping up in around March last year. And he said, I think everybody would enjoy this, and yes, it would be a separate game from the normal Dungeon Quest game. I'm not entirely sure about that. I would think maybe to have the option of playing like in the old lobby or something like that, or just having like an event where maybe we've traveled back in time and we're back in the old lobby and we have, you know, all of the old things, maybe even to the fact of, imagine if it was like an April Fool's thing. So imagine on April Fool's, Vinny changes it back to levels like 1 to 65 or whenever the end of winter was, and it's just like you can only play winter and desert even though that you are like rank 165. I think it'd be a really cool way to like change everything to be like the same 1 or 2 dungeons for those 24 hours. Maybe he could do something along those lines as like more like an event or prank type of thing, not as just a separate game mode, because obviously a separate game mode means keeping that game updated. And as we know, Dungeon Quest doesn't really receive much updates as it kind of has in the past, which is really unfair for us, but at the same time, Vinny is the only developer, so I completely understand that as well. So what do you guys want to see for the 1 billion update? What do you guys think of today's video, like debunking it? Obviously, I'm a YouTuber. YouTube is my job as well, so I completely understand if you don't believe me, because as I said, do not believe every word a YouTuber says. They're not always going to be 100% right if they don't have the hard facts, and obviously I'm here to try and give you guys the facts of like what the owner has said himself, and obviously not, you know, I'm not trying to say that one is better than the other. I'm saying that it's completely equal chances, and people should just kind of understand that. And as I said, go and spread the word in the Dungeon Quest Discord if you guys see that someone is trying to say that, and correct them and tell them to check the pinned message, because that is going to be the best message for you guys. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed today's video debunking that, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you guys are brand new to the channel. Also hit the notification bell to be notified every single time I post a video or start a stream, because we can do a lot more of these. And if you guys want me to debunk other Dungeon Quest theories, or even just do like a Mythbusters type thing, let me know down in the comment section below. But I hope you guys have a lovely day or night, wherever you guys may be in the world, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Bye guys!